What is going on, fellas? Welcome back to another video here on my channel. I have a few clips for us this morning we're going to be going over, so if you could hit the like button, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and hey, how's it going? My name's Rat Boy. Let's do it.
Okay, these are the bare minimum that you should expect from a man when you're looking for a boyfriend. And I know those pressed men are gonna be like, oh, where's the bare minimum for women? Literally, shut up. I'm talking about men, not women. So ladies, here we go. Number one, affection through love language. I think you should know what your love language is and try to give you love in the way that you want to be loved, because what if your love language is like gift and he's just giving you words? Maybe it's not reciprocated. Number two, he has date nights and plans. I'm not saying he needs to plan every single time you guys hang out, but I think once a month or something like that, some special occasion, I think that's nice because it shows that he put some time and effort into,
and all we can do is pray for her. But still, this is real shit.
What's going on, fellas? I'm just going to interrupt her there real quick. Just a little FYI, this list right here, every time there's like this list, we've seen plenty of these lists. Whenever it's these lists that you see and they start naming out of these lists really don't matter. Okay, these are going to be the lists that they have for men that they can get, not necessarily men that they want. So this is going to be that list. Now, all these things that they're looking for on this list, these women will not hesitate to go find a more attractive guy, maybe a guy that makes a little bit more money, maybe he's a little taller, to try to fill this list out, and will leave whatever man she's with. So this list we're going to go through, you got to understand that it really doesn't mean anything. You can actually do all these things. You can do every single one of these things perfectly. And I don't even know her head's covering the rest of the list, but you could do everything perfectly and it would still not be enough. You could actually do everything and then they would still call it bare minimum. It's actually kind of crazy.
into figuring out what you guys are going to do and picturing what you guys are going to do. So that's important. Okay, number three, lending shoulder when crying. If he's not there for you during your sad times, he doesn't deserve you on your happy times. So let him be there for you. Or actually, yeah, that man needs to be there for you. Okay, number four, compliments. If he's not complimenting you, saying that you're pretty, you're beautiful, or not even just that, just like, oh, I like your something. Compliments. Does he even look
me once? Shame on you. It fooled me. We can't get fooled again.
Okay, so that video just ended randomly for no reason. We didn't even get through the whole list, and there's not a part two, so I'm really not sure how to get the rest of that list. But basically, everything she listed in that video, and I'm just going to make this real easy, everything she listed in that video, which a lot of women might have a similar list, I'm not sure. All that doesn't matter to the men that they are actually attracted to. These men could actually do nothing. They could do nothing. They could be homeless, no job. They could have they could just be bad news altogether. And these women will 100% stay with these dudes. The only thing I think about whenever I see lists like this, when I see these kind of list videos, is that men don't have this type of stuff. Men don't have a list. Okay, men will accept it's like below bare minimum for a lot of men. And then the way they think is that, oh, well, this woman's going to be with me. So a lot of women believe that all they have to do in a relationship or when they're with a guy is just exist and wear a lot of makeup. And it really doesn't even have to involve any sort of intimacy, because these women take that away too. So that's basically it. But men are supposed to bend over backwards, or we're supposed to basically do everything to keep a woman like that. I don't think men are doing that anymore. I don't think men have ever done that. Have men done that in the past? They would do all this stuff? No, I mean, I get the compliments. Yes, you sure give her compliments and dates. Obviously, I mean, this is just I think that a lot of the times lists like that can be very vague, especially the first one she mentioned about the love language. Okay, how many videos have we seen where women just in the middle of nowhere, and all of a sudden their love language changes, or they feel like you're doing something wrong? There's nothing very specific you can pinpoint on lists like that. It's all just how they feel.
a goddess, if you don't treat me like a goddess, you're out. Like if you're not waking up every morning thinking, wow, she's the best thing that ever happened to me, what are we even doing here? I'm not asking for much, just, complete worship, full devotion. Is it too much to ask? No, it's not. Oh, you don't like my vibe? That's fine, someone else will, and they will probably send me flowers just because it's Tuesday. Honestly, I don't even need to explain myself. My fabulousness is self-evident. If you don't see it, I hope you find joy in your mediocre life somewhere, somehow, without me. Enjoy being average.
So I wanted to throw this one in there. Women don't really think this way, right, guys? You don't think they actually think this way. And she's just kind of saying it out loud. But I did want to go through the comments. And yeah, we got men saying the first guy, it is too much to ask, he saes. Oh god, we got some simps in the comments. Yeah, I don't know who this content is for. Okay. Who is this content for?
You could tell your homegirl that man flew from one galaxy to the other for you and saved you from starvation and whatever the case may be. And she gonna look you dead in the eye and say, that's the bare minimum. She gonna say that every time.
What? What the fuck? Stop it. Get some help.
Yep. This is what happens every single time. Because that friend that she's talking to, that friend is single. That friend doesn't have a man. That friend can't keep a man. And what we've seen in other past videos, and it's all over TikTok, is women love keeping other women single. So they can have girls' nights. They can have the girls' trips to Miami. They can have the sleepovers. Because single women are lonely. And the best way to keep a single woman not lonely is for all these single women to hang out together. And look, when men are in relationships, they do not like their woman hanging out with their single friends. They've seen what happens. They've seen what happens, and it happens every single time. If you have a woman that's in a relationship, married, whatever it is, and she makes it a habit to hang out with her single friends, go to the club, go to bars, that relationship is not going to last. Okay, she is purposely putting herself in situations where single women put themselves to get attention and to attract men. That is all it is. If you have a married woman that's going to bars, they're accepting drinks from dudes at the bars, they're talking to random dudes, what do you think is going to happen? We've already stated plenty of times that she doesn't even really have to be that attractive. Yeah, it really doesn't matter.
The bare minimum is making you feel like you're actually worth their time. The bare minimum is understanding how you feel loved and doing that. The bare minimum is communication. Hey babe, I'm gonna be busy today, so I won't be able to respond, but I will talk to you later. Bare minimum. Respecting your body and your physical boundaries like an actual person and not committing a felony. Bare minimum.
It's time to stop. It's time to stop, okay? No more. Where the fuck are your parents?
This is very funny because you'll see these clips pop up all the time where there's these insinuations. Okay, no normal guy is going to be doing this, but then again, don't touch her shoulder because she's overstimulated. They don't like that. They don't like being touched. They will refuse you intimacy, but hey, don't you dare refuse to pay their fucking phone bill. Okay, she needs to get her nails done. She needs to get her hair done. You can't stop making those payments, but she will refuse all this other stuff for you. That's basically what it all boils down to. And something you'll hear women repeat is communication. Oh, communication is important. Communication is key. Isn't it women that usually do the quiet treatment, the silent treatment? They don't get what they want and they pout in the corner and they don't talk to you for 2 days. I mean, I'm cool with it. I'm absolutely cool with it. I just hop on the game, play some Call of Duty, hang out with the boys. I'm good. I'm cool. But then you're going to sit there and talk about communication. Well, that's not communication. Sitting in a corner and crying isn't communicating. That's just being a bitch.
Understanding that space is healthy and has nothing to do with the other person or your interest in them, bare minimum. Supporting your hobbies and interests, bare minimum. Planning out thoughtful dates that consider your interests and their interests in your budget, bare minimum.
Go to WW.com and register, okay? I wonder what $1 million even smells like. Okay?
Twerking, going to the bar and going to a club and twerking on 8 different dudes' laps isn't a hobby, by the way, in case you're wondering. Going out behind a dumpster and finding a random dude that you met online and letting him I'm not gonna finish that, but that's not a hobby, okay? You know what that is. We know what that is, okay?
Making time for you even though they're super busy, bare minimum. This one's kind of if you've already been dating for a while, but putting in the effort to actually have a relationship and get to know the people that matter to you and the people that are important to you, bare minimum.
This is the worst.
Oh, but also, by the way, this whole video as well, very vague. It could really mean anything. Everything's left up to interpretation, and anything can be changed. You've seen this happen. A lot of guys put themselves in a situation. A lot of men get in relationships. They treat these women like queens, okay? They pay for everything. They do everything for them. They're always available. Some even say they're emotionally mature, emotionally intelligent, whatever that means. They are emotionally available. And then these are the same women that will go and chat up with another dude, hang out with other men. And then when confronted, when asked, like, why are you doing this? These men have done everything for these women. Why are they doing this? They say, oh, well, you gave me the ick. Yeah, I got an ick. Sorry. So why waste your time? Why waste your time when they're obviously going to be going after the dudes they're more attracted to anyways? Because it has nothing to do with loyalty. It has to do with hypergamy. It has to do with them wanting to get that upgrade, and really doesn't matter the guy they're with. They're constantly going to be having their options open for those next dudes. So it really doesn't matter the dude they're with.
Actually engaging in difficult conversations that enrich your relationship, bare minimum. Like, who are you dating? Why are you trying to raise a boy? Leave. You're too pretty to be doing that.
Hey God, it's me again. For 2025, please, please bless my beautiful, beautiful girls with more than the bare minimum. Amen.
You tell the world what happened here. What happened here? I don't know. You need to tell them.
These women will not get the bare minimum, and that's kind of the irony behind all of this, is that they will constantly be looking for all of these things from men that are completely out of their league. These guys don't have to try, and then that's just the reality. They do not have to try. They pull up. They don't even get out of the car. They hop in. They go to behind a dumpster. These guys do not have to try. They don't have to try because these women are attracted to them. The men that do have to try, and it actually just ends up biting them in the ass because they do everything for these women. These poor dudes, and you've seen the videos. They can't even get a moment to play like some PlayStation without getting harassed. But these women have lists that they've made, videos that they've made of all these demands that are bare minimum. And any of them can be changed, by the way. It's all left to interpretation. At any moment, that bare minimum could completely change to something else, just because she feels like it. But you better remain loyal. There's no loyalty in modern women today, you'll find out. And we've talked about the exceptions. I'm not saying every woman is like this, obviously, but there is collectively, I think, especially when you're dealing with a lot of these women that are on social media, because a large majority of them are on social media, there is no loyalty anymore. They're always looking out they're always keeping their options open, they'll tell you. And have decided that, well, why do anything at all? Why entertain these women at all? Because if she's attracted to me, she'll make it be known. If she's not attracted to me, then she's going to put all these hurdles, all these hoops I have to jump through just to spend time with her. Talk about a scam. But anyway, fellas, that's going to be the end of today's video. Hit the like button, subscribe. I will catch you guys later. Rat Boy out.